Hey everyone, thanks again for joining me this week. We got some funny movies to talk about this time. I know I've mostly been doing scary movies and an action film, but let's, chill things out and have some fun. You might be sick of the horror movies. I can never be sick of them, but I just so happen to have two really great reviews for you, so get ready to laugh. Hope everyone is continuing to be safe. And are you missing the library? Because I'm certainly missing going into the library all the time. I need to get out of here. So let's talk some movies. I'm actually going to do a nice little retro review. I'm going to talk about a film from 2003. Maybe you didn't hear of it. It was not a huge hit in theaters, which tends to be a lot of the movies I'm talking about lately, but that's okay. That's why I'm here, to introduce you to films you may not have heard of. So first, I'm going to talk about this movie called Duplex. Like I said, this came out in 2003, and the film is directed by Danny DeVito, and it stars Ben Stiller and Drew Barrymore. Sounds pretty awesome? Yeah, I loved this movie. I thought it was really, really funny. I tend to be picky with comedies. I notice from, not to sound like a snob, but from a filmmaking standpoint, comedies are not the kind of films you go to see how filmmaking works. Like, you don't walk into a comedy and go, oh, wow, that was shot really well. You go into a comedy to laugh, and that's totally okay. Duplex is a hysterical, nice little comedy about a young couple. They move into a duplex, of course, in New York, and they have this really old lady as their neighbor upstairs, and crazy things follow. Ben Stiller plays a writer. He works from home, and Drew Barrymore works in Manhattan for some sort of magazine. And the lady upstairs, we only find out her name is Mrs. Connolly. We never find out what her first name is. And she's hysterical. She's a nice little old Irish Catholic woman, and she has a lot of charm on screen. And I'll be honest, Ben Stiller and Drew Barrymore, they have really good chemistry. I can't believe we've never seen them before in a movie. Ben Stiller's known for Meet the Parents, and Drew Barrymore, I mean, she's done it all, but of course she's done a lot of comedies recently. She's in some Netflix shows, and I'm a big fan of her ever since Scream, which of course is a horror movie. But we're not talking about scary stuff today. We're here to laugh. Duplex is a riot. I mean, they move into this place, and it seems like their dream home. They're super excited. They, want to start a family. They don't have any kids or pets as of yet. And this upstairs neighbor annoys the heck out of them. But she does it in a really charming way, where it's like, oh, she's that old sweet lady, so you can't help yourself from wanting to go upstairs and help her with some errands or whatever. But then she starts to get a little sneaky, and she starts annoying them. They become really frustrated with her, and it just escalates from there. And the movie has a lot of dark comedy in it too, also known as black comedy. So it gets pretty like, oh wow, I can't believe they went there. But I actually was laughing out loud. Again, not many people have heard of this movie. I've asked people. I put it on display at libraries, and nobody has heard of this. So I definitely recommend it. You can check it out on streaming services. I actually watched it myself on Amazon Prime Video. I believe it was like $3.99 to rent it. So totally worth the price if you just want to laugh. Turn off your brain and laugh. Because, maybe, like I said, you're sick of watching these dark movies and figuring out these mysteries. Well, here, there's not much of a mystery. You're just here to crack up and have fun. It's a brisk 90 minutes, and it hits all the right spots for me. So I would recommend it. And Danny DeVito, like I said, he directed it. He also narrates some of the film, and he's really great. So Duplex from 2003, give it a shot. It's a lot funnier than the trailer on YouTube suggests. And next up, I'm going to talk about this new movie that came out back in January. It is, like I said, a comedy, a funny movie. It's called Like a Boss. This movie stars Tiffany Haddish and Rose Byrne, both funny ladies. We also have Salma Hayek, of course, who's also really funny. The film follows two friends who have very different philosophies, but they start a beauty company together. They've been best friends since like their school days, and they have this beauty company, I guess kind of like an Ulta, not quite as big, of course. And they run into some money troubles, and Salma Hayek works for this really successful makeup company, and she comes to try and do like a Shark Tank deal. I'll buy your company for 51%. I'll get you booming, but there's a drawback. And so what did I think of this movie? It was just okay. I actually was not rolling on the floor laughing. And that was kind of surprising and disappointing because I really love Rose Byrne. She was hysterical in Bridesmaids. She's a really great actress too because she does funny stuff like this in Bridesmaids and the Neighbors films. And then she could do something like Insidious, one of my favorite horror movies. I just can't stop talking about scary movies, as you can see. Oh my goodness. Tiffany Haddish is also great. She's known for Night School and Girls Trip. That was actually a really funny movie. And Salma Hayek, who I haven't really seen in too many movies, she's funny in the movie. She does her part. But the movie is like an hour and 20 minutes without credits, so it's over really quickly. And I just was not having like those deep belly laughs that I was kind of hoping for with these funny gals. A few chuckles. It actually reminded me of a funnier movie that came out in 1997 called Romeo and Michelle's High School Reunion. That movie is hysterical. Watch that movie instead of this one. So that's what I got for you this week. Always nice to switch things up. Next week, am I going to do scary movies? I don't know. Maybe I'll surprise you and do a musical. That's not going to happen, I promise. I cannot do musicals. But thanks for sticking with me, guys. I really appreciate you watching these videos, and I hope you're getting something out of them. And continue to stay safe. I'll see you guys next week.